Yo, hey. Alright, guys. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Kato Geechee. We here, back for another video. This is the road to $10,000 in payouts from prop firms. Yes, we here. This is week 2. I'm not gonna lie, we had a rough week. So, the beginning of the week, we had a real rough week, but we're gonna talk about it in today's video. We're gonna go over majority of the trades. So yeah, we did have a rough week, as you can see. So, we did have a rough week. I talked about...
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Kato Geechee. We here. This is week 2 of the road to $10,000 in prop firm payouts. We did have a rough start to this week. But before we even, jump into all of that, I just want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what videos y'all want to see next. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so what's up, everybody? We here today. Bad trading day, horrible trading day. One of the worst trading days I probably ever had in my life. I'm not going to lie to you. We here right now. We at EOS Fitness. We at the gym. We about to get it in. And this is what you do when you have a bad trading day. Whether it's bad or good, you get in, get your heart rate going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a little bit of back today, a little bit of everything. Yeah, man, NASDAQ damn near shredded me to pieces, So I'm going to do a little bit of back and a little bit of biceps. You see the biceps, trying to get... Oh my goodness. God is good. Boy. God is... Let me stop. But yeah, man. Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna clip this up, we're gonna take it back to the crib and move on to the next day of the week. This is Wednesday. End of the trading day. We just hit the gym, we leaving, we heading out. I'm about to go get some protein, get some, some creatine. Hit the sauna for about, 10-15 minutes. So, with that being said, like I said, we did have a rough week. There is going to be some data that's not going to be in here. So, as y'all can see, is when I hit the gym, I hit the gym. I think the day that we had the rough day, it was a rough 2 days. I had a rough 2 days back to back. So the rough 2 days, I ended up blowing an account. Yes, blew up. Kapayout. We smacked an account. It was real bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was some of the worst trades that I've ever taken. But we adjusted. Now I'm gonna show you where we got chopped into pieces. Not only that, I'm gonna show you what we did to guarantee that it doesn't happen again. On the blown account, you won't see the data because I removed the account. I said the accounts. I removed the account from my Rhythmic, so you won't be able to see the account. But what I did do is I went ahead and made sure that I saved the locations of where the trades were. It was bad, and I'll tell you exactly where we are, the mistakes we made, and all of that. But before we do that and we get into Motive Wave, I just want to bring y'all over here in the TraderSync so we can see how this week went. And I'll go over to the calendar real quick so we can look. Now, like I said, and I traded the same account all 3 days of this trading week. So we had this, it was the account, I can't remember the number on the Apex account. So we are using Apex. If you don't know, if you haven't been keeping up, we trading with Apex right now. We eventually will start branching out to other prop firms during this whole road to 10K in prop firm payouts. But right now we sticking with Apex. Apex has the bang for the buck. The rules are good. So if you trade in prop firms right now, or even if you're thinking about getting into it, make sure you use the Apex code that's in the video description that is below. I'll show you the notes that I kind of took from those 3 days. Now, it stems back from the 25th. And this is what I kind of realized. So from the 25th was last Friday. If we go look at the 25th and I go look at the journal from the 25th, the journal from the 25th, it actually wasn't blown on the 28th. I'll go back and look at the date where it was blown, but it was blown for sure. So this is pretty much what happened on the 25th, and the problems didn't stop, right? So on the 25th, I continued to trade a dead market. This is all of the stuff in the journal. This is the journaling you should be doing. I'm not sure if everybody's using TraderSync, but if you're not using TraderSync, I advise you guys to start using TraderSync. And if you're not journaling, I advise you to start journaling. So I continue to trade a dead market. And when I think of a dead market, I'm trading on tick charts. So when the candlesticks are not printing, or they printing extremely slow, the market is essentially dead, because my chart is moving based off of the order flow, based off the amount of orders that are coming through the book. Took some impatient trades that were not part of the strategy, essentially chasing price. I actually was having stop loss issues, and what I mean by that is I was placing the stop loss at a set stop, and I essentially wasn't giving the trades enough room to do what they needed to do. So with that being said, the account is blown. Rest in peace to that account. Let's have a moment of silence. Okay. Actually, the 30th is when the account got blown. The 28th, the 29th, I feel like I was just kind of off. I was waking up kind of groggy. I wasn't in front of the computer for market open, even though I don't trade the market open. I should be in front of the computer, right? I need to be looking at the charts. I need to see the context of where the market is going. And I essentially wasn't doing that. Not only that, when I was getting off from the trading day, like when I was ending the trading day, I wasn't stimulating my mind, you know? So like, that's why you see at the end of this Wednesday, I say, you know what? I'm going to hit the gym. I did some backs and some buys, and that just kind of, gave me the motivation and the wherewithal to attack the market the next day. So after I left the gym that day, I essentially got back in front of the charts. I reviewed the trades, and I went ahead and said, you know what? First of all, let's get another account. So yes, I went ahead. We got a whole new Apex account. So we are still at 3 evaluations. One of them we haven't traded yet. With that being said, let's see exactly where we ended off. So like I said, Wednesday, we blew that account. We jumped back in the next day with the new account, making the changes that we made using the data that we have retrieved. And so as you can see on the 31st, we closed out the 31st with $1,360. Now let's just go down and see what we got as far as the data goes. Our biggest profit was the $715. Our profit loss ratio was the 1 to 2.52, which essentially is not bad at all. That's about a 1 to, almost a 1 to 2, a little bit more than 1 to 2. Profit factor 4.20. Now this is what I want traders to pay attention to. Win percent is 62.50. The loss percent is 37.50. Now, there's going to be a weird relationship that most traders have with this win rate and the profit loss ratio or risk to reward ratio. There's going to be a relationship that's the relationship you have to pay attention to, but that's for another video. We'll get into that another day, right? So, like I said, this is the data for the 31st. Now, let's go back to the calendar real quick, right? This is bouncing back from these 3 days that we had, and we blew that one account for those 3 days. This is our totally new account. We had 8 trades total for ending the day positive 1360. And then the next day we had NFP, or non-farm payroll. So let's get into that. The next day is the first day of November. And I just want to go there. So let's see what we have for this day, right? We ended the day 1885 in profit. So let's see. Big biggest trade profit is 550. Biggest loss 295. Risk to reward ratio 1 to 1.2. Not bad. Now, this is where you see this is where it gets a little tricky, is because the day before we had a profit loss ratio that was a little bit better, but we had a lower win rate. Now, this next day I had a high win rate, right? This next day I had an 85.7 and a 14% loss rate. That's gorgeous. That's beautiful, especially when you're a new trader. This is what new traders are essentially looking for, and they use the high win rate to kind of stroke their ego. Pause. Now, with that being said, that's where we're at for today. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and jump into Motive Wave real quick. We're gonna go to Motive Wave, and we just gonna kind of go over the day that I want to show you guys where I got chopped, and I want to show you what happened and what I kind of got from the chop and what I kind of got from the losses, because you always want to walk away and learn something. If you have a lost day, you learn from that lost day, you make changes, and you strap up and you get ready for the next day. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump over to Motive Wave real quick, and let's get to it. All right, guys, so now we're here in Motive Wave. I just want to go back. I'm going to actually push us back to the 29th. We're going to go over the mistakes that we made on that blown account, that blown Apex account, and we're going to see exactly what happened. I can show you guys the mistakes. I can show you guys where everything got chopped. And then I'll show you the solution that I came up with to go ahead and fix that problem. And that's how we got those big gains. The days coming, days after that, we went ahead and had those good days of profit based on that change that we went ahead and made. So with that being said, let's go back. We're going to go back all the way to the 29th real quick. Now, the first thing that I want to show you guys is the first trade entry that we went ahead and took, right? So this is the first trade entry we went ahead and took. I was just expecting to get up here. This is going to be about 100 ticks here. Now, my stop loss is essentially going to be 50 ticks. This was actually a little bit deeper than this, right? So I'm looking at price bounce off of our EMAs here. It was doing the same thing here on our range charts. Now, what I want you guys to pay attention to is the position of the stop loss. So essentially what I did here is I enter here, price goes up, right? It essentially stops exactly where it is after I enter, and essentially comes right back down, literally comes right back down, smacks the stop loss, right? Now, this is the first mistake. The first mistake is having the stop loss set at this specific place. And the reason being is because we just came off of the swing. Our stop loss needs to be here, right? That's mistake number one. Mistake number one. Let's slap that on the screen somewhere. Mistake number one. So that's mistake number one, right? So now, not only do we get this move, and we get stopped. Now we're down. We're essentially down $250 because we know that the stop loss is set at 50 ticks. So we get stopped out. Price continues to go in our direction. So what do? I enter again. Now, this time, what do? I make the stop loss the latest swing. So now I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm going to follow the rule this time. Let me use the latest swing, the latest bounce, right? So this is what I'm thinking in my mind, right? So price goes up, right? And it starts coming right back down. What happens? It runs and smacks my stop again, right? So at this point, I'm down $500 on a day. I'm pissed because now I feel like I'm being fucking attacked on baby. So that's going back and looking afterwards. Now, there's another mistake that I want to go ahead and point out, right? So it stops us out again. So what do I do now? I come here and essentially what I do is I do the exact same thing. Stop loss in a good position now, right? Now, this is where things get tricky because this is two different mistakes that cost me an account. We just seen that one mistake where the stop loss, we weren't using the latest swing for the stop loss. That's mistake number one. Now, this trade, we got a good stop loss. Price goes up. It doesn't hit our profit, right? Because what I don't like to do is get up here and then see that it goes down and then just exit, right? So price goes up a little bit. It doesn't quite hit our target. I would have even accepted this here at this supply zone right here. It doesn't get there. Price comes back down. Now, mind you, by the time we make it here, right? By the time we make it here, my stop is at break even now, right? Because I'm thinking we're there. I would rather not take a loss because I'm thinking emotionally, I just took these two losses over here to the left. So I would hate to take another loss. That's not how you should be thinking. Don't think like that, right? You have to trade the strategy. Don't trade the unrealized P&L. Trade the strategy. Boom. That's a quotable. Take that. Send it to your mama. Send it to your cousin. Get this chicken. Now, with that being said, I move the stop loss to break even. Price comes down, hits my stop, right? Goes back up, right? Now, what do I do here? Guess what I do here, guys? Just take a wild guess. Take a wild guess on what I do here, right? On this candlestick here, this big candlestick. Take a wild guess on what I do here. Now I'm like, oh, it's gotta go. It's gotta fucking go. But what do? I set the stop loss at the same swing. Under all of this, right? Price just had a big move up. We're good to go. I'm about to get my money. Price instantly comes down, tags me out again. At this point, I'm flipping shit. Oh, baby. I'm in this bitch going crazy, folks. I'm in this bitch hot. Now, price doesn't just hit the stop loss. That pisses me off. Don't get it twisted. Let me go ahead and take a sip. That get me hot, for sure. But what makes me hotter is price goes and takes the runner up to this big move. Now, mind you, had I just left this, now this was 4 trades ago. I've lost 4 trades. 4 trades at 250. You do the math. That's a band. I just lost a band, right? I just lost a band and I didn't make nothing back because by that time, I'm no longer taking this trade here. When I get here, I'm not taking this because I just lost 4 of them. Fuck out of here. I just lost 4. You think I'm about to take another one? Fuck out of here, right? Whole time, if I would have stayed in this position, pay attention, y'all. If I would have stayed in this position here after what I should have did, my position should have been, even if my entry was here, my position should have at least been here. Now, if I 1-2 this, right? Let's just say we 1-2 this. If I 1-2 this and I want to trail it up, look, this position garners success. Now, when price does all of this, this is all of that closing the trade early shit. Get that off. Yeah, I have to stop that shit. That shit's got to go. That shit is for bitches. On my soul. I'm gonna keep it a thigh wide with you. All that exit in the trade early, you's a bitch. And I'm telling myself that from now on. If you exit the trade early because you're scared of a little bit of loss, you's a bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. That's that sweet tea, that good old sweet tea. My niece made that. Now, with that being said, this is the position that we should have stayed in this entire time. But all of this, up and down, and mind you, the market's moving slow. So from here, 9 to 9:20, we've probably went almost nowhere. We went up, down, still nothing, still no play made, right? Still me being so impatient, being so thirsty for a trade, bad as hell, right? And then just not accepting the fact that I need to slow down, reflect, see what's happening in the market. But once your blood gets boiling and you've lost a little bit of money, a little bit of chicken, you hot and you ready to get it back quick. So, like I said, price goes up and does what it's supposed to do. Right? This is the remedy that I've come up with, right? And I just want to show you guys real quick. Now, if I'm entering a trade here from now on, no matter what the price of the stop loss is, my stop loss is here. My stop loss is below my median line. My stop loss is from now on the latest swing, no matter what it is, right? So this is how the position would have looked. The position would have been along here. Now, the thing is hold on to the trade. It's either stop loss or take profit. That's it. Anything outside of that, you's a bitch. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Anything outside of that, you scary as hell. Because even if this is going against you, hold it. You set a stop loss for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Trust the stop loss. Trust the strategy. Don't trade the PNL. Boom. End of story. Because this can go against you for a couple ticks. Oh goodness gracious. And then it goes to the moon. Right? Week 2, first thing we learn is it's okay to blow accounts. Stay motivated. Keep going. If you have to do something outside of trading that helps you keep your mental right, whether it's yoga, whether it's getting in the sauna, taking cold showers, hitting the weights, getting in the gym, get that heart rate going. Stay motivated. Keep pushing. Don't let nothing slow you down. That's the first thing that we learn. The second thing that we learn is respect the strategy. Do not trade unrealized P&L. Trade the strategy. If you backtest a strategy and it works, you stick to it. That's where we are, guys, with the road to $10,000 in profit firm payouts. It is your boy Kato Geechee. If you're not already, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you are a profit firm trader, go ahead and sign up with Apex. You get 80% off. Use the discount code below. Don't waste no time. It's 80% off. You know, essentially one of the best prop firms that you can possibly get. Yeah, you got some rules, but if you want to get this money, you got to stick to the rules. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hey, listen, if you don't do nothing else, man, make sure you stay dangerous. You know what's going on.